What's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's another daily with the big fat D team.
With the big, huge, sweaty, stinky D team.
I didn't. All right, here's what happened. I wasn't supposed to be on because I covered a lot last week, from hotels and stuff while they were at the RNC. So Jeremy was like, we're gonna give you a break, Jay. Like you deserve a break. And then all of a sudden, I want to say about 1 a.m. My phone starts ringing, and Jeremy's on the phone like, I can't. I was like, what is wrong with you? I could feel the sickness coming through the phone. I was like, go to bed, go to sleep, man. We'll handle it today. Like, don't even show up in the chat. He probably will. I was like, freaking, like, stop. What are you doing? Stop. Like, get some rest, man. You got to do Cobra Cast, man. You got to do the gaming streams. You haven't played Fortnite. You haven't done anything. He's just like, okay, appreciate you, man. You know how he talks.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, me and Beardo will handle it. It's no problem.
Yeah, my phone call went a little bit differently. It was like, hey, listen, Beardo, you're going to be on Daily tomorrow. Don't you fucking complain about it. I was like, all right.
Maybe that's why his voice is messed up. He calls me after yelling at you. So this is going to be the thing now. Remember how we did like a Joe Biden watch? Is he still alive?
Right.
Like how come we haven't seen him? We might have to do one for Jeremy. I mean, that's all I'm saying. We might have to do one. Might have to do one for Jeremy. That's it.
Right.
But we're starting off the day with some amazing news, Beardo. Like, I mean, right out the gate before we do anything.
Yeah.
I didn't even show Beardo this, but this just made my day right here. McDonald's is giving away free Big Macs on July 28th. Free Big Macs. I know you don't like Big Macs.
I do like, what do you mean? If I go to McDonald's, I'm getting a Big Mac. If I'm going to McDonald's.
All right, hold on. Chris Gore's in the chat, and he says, Deadpool and Wolverine has a character named Beardo. Beardo, you have to make a video. All right, hold on. Before we continue, if you don't want to be spoiled, people are going to spoil this movie in the chat. I'm sure there's spoilers already on Twitter. There's spoilers everywhere. Fair warning. We're going to talk a little bit about Deadpool and Wolverine, but the spoilers are out there. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just throwing that out there now. We're not going to spoil it.
Just maybe close down the live chat.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil it. But if there is a character named Beardo, I got to know what that is, man. Like that.
Well, that's cool. Well, there might be a strong possibility I see the movie tomorrow with Jay. So I will do a review for it.
That'll be awesome. I might bring back a face video. We might just record it right out of the theater.
Let's do it.
We'll see. Talking to my homeboy that works over there in Universal Studios, always just kind of lets us stroll on it. If you're listening, I might need another one. We'll see. All right. Anyway, going back to like Big Mac's giveaway, man. Here we go.
So in collaboration with Grubhub, this tells me that you will need to order the Big Mac on Grubhub to get it for free. You can't just walk into any old McDonald's and just say, hey, I want my free Big Mac. If it's in collaboration with Grubhub, you're going to have to download the Grubhub app. You'll get your Big Mac for free, but you're going to have to pay the tax and pay your Grubhub driver for it. That's what it's telling me.
Man, you just took the fizz
I'm
out
sorry.
of my soda,
I know.
man.
I'm a fun sucker on that one.
The
but
fizz
yeah.
just like, I just see free Big Macs, and it's like I'm a deer in headlights. I'm like, where do I get this? Where do I go?
It's a free Big Mac when you order on Grubhub.
Yeah, that's it. I know. The funny thing is, the first comment. Hold on, the first comment is certainly oversized people will be very happy with it. Hey, what are you trying to say, man? I'm just a little pudgy. Whatever.
Dude, I don't even remember the last time I had McDonald's. It might have been when we were driving across country 2 years ago.
If we go to the movies tomorrow, we got to stop and get a dripping fish right before.
Ooh. Okay. Wait.
I'm just saying.
High tea Thursday from McDonald's? Eating a dripping fish?
Yeah, maybe. With a dripping fish. That's
right before the movies.
Just don't leave any stain on your
Just get that little drip off of
writing.
off
You don't want that on your mouth walking into like
walking into whatever movie theater we're going to.
wow, this is taking a turn. Well,
Well, thank you guys for being here. Shout out to the members and the mods. Geeks and Gamers Daily with the D Plus team.
are we live over on Rumble, I'm assuming, and on Twitter?
Yeah.
So thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Like, I see X-Wing in the chat. We're gonna he made a good tweet. Shout out X-Wing. He's gonna be on Bro Science later with you.
Yes, he is.
So we got some like Disney Star Wars news. Always a fun thing to laugh at that. And something that I have been mentioning on daily, just to keep up with the news. It seems as if the workers there over at Disneyland has reached a tentative agreement.
Oh,
so they might not go on strike. I was like, I'd be kind of curious to see what that would look like if they went on strike. Would they like parade around Disneyland? Would they or they just go to like to the main office there in Burbank, right? Is that where it's at? I don't know. I'm not California savvy. I'm an East Coast guy, not a West Coast guy.
I don't know either. Have you been to Disneyland and California Adventure?
I've never been to Disneyland.
Whoa. Okay, so the way it's structured is downtown Disney, Disneyland, and California Adventure are all in one area. So you like Disneyland and California Adventure are literally right across the street from each other. No joke, like no more than 100 yards. So if they are going to protest and go on strike, I imagine it'd be right there in the middle in the brick walkway, right in between both parks. If they're going to protest, it'd be right there. But I wouldn't be surprised, since Disney's private property, if they try to get security to remove them on Disneyland grounds.
That would be, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be wild, man. If like Disney went, because obviously if they protest, the theme park will be shut down. Like they can't leave it open with nobody working in there.
Well, yeah.
So it's like, and they're not gonna. Someone in the chat said they'd hire a bunch of illegals for the day. They're not gonna do that, even though they probably would want to. But I
think they got enough. They got enough people on the back burner on the payroll. As far as employees go,
it's well, when they voted to unionize, I knew immediately that they were gonna figure out a strike to get a pay raise and like, get things taken care of, because they live in California. Like, they've been talking about being mistreated as employees for years now over there. After the lockdown years, so everybody kind of predicted that this was gonna happen. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, they were going to unionize. They voted unanimously. Boom. And then immediately after they did that, they started like, hey, we're getting ready to protest. We're going to go on strike. Then they voted pretty much heavily to go on strike. And some of them just started protesting. Now, see this sign right here? Can you see that where it says Disneyland Resort? Where is that located? Do you remember or no? Like,
which one?
This one in the top. This one here in the top corner.
Disneyland Resort. Yeah, that's I don't know, because right there in downtown Disney, you have the Grand Californian Hotel, which you can access in downtown Disney. And if you walk through the hotel, there's an entrance to get into California Adventure. So that was like the little cheat code when I used to go to California Adventure. If I wanted to leave the park and not have to go through the main entrance, if you're like over there next to the Grizzly River Rapids in that corner of California Adventure, there's the Grand Californian Hotel where you can just go through and you exit it and it shoots you out right at downtown Disney. And then you can get food, you can get drinks, and then you can go over to Disneyland.
I don't understand what you're saying, but thanks for trying to clear that up. I have like literally no bearings on how that works. So
It's fun. I
maybe
actually
one
really
day.
like how Disneyland and California Adventure is structured, as far as like everything's right there.
I'll be waiting for many of these cast members that are in the chat to send me like free stuff, free tickets and stuff to hey, if Dollywood could do it, you guys could do it too. There we go. But yeah, so they're not going to go. It looks like they've made an agreement. I'm curious to see what the agreement is when we get there. But now we're going to hop all the way over to Orlando Disney Parks, okay? Because they've implemented something new. And they want more people to be confused. In case you didn't know what was going on, Disney used to have a thing called the Genie Plus. They called it the Genie Plus because it was magically going to take you to the front of the line. It's where you paid money to skip the line. Yeah. But what happens is that they were overselling these line skipper passes, according to many reports, things like that. And, so like all these lightning lane lines were longer than the regular lines. So Disney was like, hey, we're going to change it to make it more confusing so you don't understand how that goes. So now they've just released this new one. It's called the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. Basically, the Genie Plus was to buy the Genie Plus system. It was supposed to help you navigate your day at the theme park. It was telling you, hey, wait time's a little slow over here, and you can order your food over here, and maybe you should stand over here, and maybe stand over there if you want. Maybe you should go over here now if you want to get a good seat for the fireworks. Hey, buy a balloon here. It's kind of weird. And then they sold the Lightning Lane packages, right?
Right.
So on top of buying the Genie Plus, which was like $25-$30, then if you wanted to skip a line, you had to pay extra. Well, they were like, I think that's too confusing for people when they just want to walk around the theme park. So now they implemented this, and this is how it works. So you pay $30 per guest on top of your ticket, on top of parking, and then you can choose up to 3 experiences. Yeah, and the single pass experience is not included. What does that mean? That means they're more popular rides. They're going to charge you an extra $20, between $10 to $20 to get that one. So you go to the park, you pay the $200 to get in, plus parking. Then if you want to attempt to skip the lines, you pay $30 per person. Then if you want a specific ride, then you got to pay another $20 per person.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, people are clocking this. They were clocking it last time that you literally only saved about 15 minutes wait time after all that.
Yep. And sometimes there was that scandal where they were lying to you about the wait times, where they were inflating the regular wait time to encourage you to buy the Genie Plus Lightning Lane. And then when people would show up to the actual ride, well, hold on, the line is actually shorter than the Lightning Lane wait time.
Is that the same for a season pass holder? Yes, it's the same across the board. So yeah, so like this is what they're charging today. Animal Kingdom is $20, and the 3 experiences are the rides that nobody wants to ride. So it's like they put the rides on there that not too many people are where you probably wouldn't need this service for anyway. Put it that way.
If you want to go on Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters,
yeah,
that's usually like a 10 to 15 minute wait anyways.
But then like hold on, but like today,
hey, Mally Mouse is in the chat dropping some input.
Where is she?
Right here. I've always hated Genie Plus and Lightning Lane. Fast Pass was where it's at. This shit is highway robbery. Fast Pass was where it's at. I remember when I had my Disneyland annual pass, you literally just go up to the ride. They had booths there. You put in your annual pass or just your day ticket, and it would spit out a little Fast Pass ticket and say, come back in 50 minutes and use your Fast Pass. It was
I
so
mean,
much better, dude. And it was free.
yeah, but I mean, like, so Disney announced this, and it's crazy. Like, their stock right now is like plummeting. It's like 90. This stock used to be like, there's the year range. So it hasn't been over 100 in quite some time. So we're keeping an eye on it and seeing that somebody predicted. I don't know what it was, like somebody predicted earlier, because I usually have the stock market stuff on at 9:30, that this thing could hit $65-$70
Wow.
real soon, which is that's crazy to think that it would go that low.
Yeah.
But here we are. Yeah, so if you plan on visiting a theme park with your family and you want to skip lines, it's even more confusing. Basically, they want you on your phone the entire time, so you're not worried about the money that you're spending or the line that you're standing in. So, but again, like, you go to Universal Studios, SeaWorld, anywhere else, if you want the fast pass, you just buy a single ticket and use it whenever.
Right.
So
and you get one fast pass per ride when you do that.
Yeah. But I mean,
it's just one.
Universal sells an unlimited, but that ain't cheap, you know. But
right.
It's still an option.
But at least it's one for every ride, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for, I think the only one that they don't allow fast pass is the Hagrid's ride, which is a very popular ride. They never built a fast pass line for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's to me, like, I don't know, someone that like studies this type of stuff. I just can't believe that they think that this is okay, and they wondered why, like, people are starting to go to other parks and not want to spend the money. The Genie Plus was implemented strictly to make nickel and dime and make a lot more money for people visiting the parks. And then this past quarter, and it went for Universal too. Universal theme park numbers were down as well, but Disney's was so bad that they had to like make a report that, yeah, we might actually lose money in this coming quarter, but it'll be back. So,
well, they're trying to nickel and dime you at every single corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's pretty wild. So it's pretty wild. Anyway, let's knock out a few supers, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We can do that. Chris Karan with the $5. The playset that Hasbro released from season 3 of The Mandalorian. That is where the packed in figure is from. Season 3. Gina wasn't in season 3.
No, she was in season 2.
Yeah. X-Wing became a new channel member. Thank you for the commitment, X-Wing. Jeremy's gay for $2 and sounds like he gargles. Well, Danky for 4 months. The F- team. Hey. It's been a long time since I got an F-. Big Worm for $2. No singing. Didn't even get the creepy breathing. Daniel Galazzo for $2. Shout out from Cartagena, Colombia. Hey, shout out from Colombia, man. Thank you for watching. Jason Yankovic for $2. I demand proof of life of Jeremy.
Yeah.
The Proficial John Morrow for $2. Beardo, try the new PC yet? No, I haven't. I haven't hooked it up yet. But soon, maybe by this weekend. Daniel Live for $5. MrBeast makes me cringe. It makes me want to eat J for hay. Yay. Oh, wait. Must be the other way around. That's just weird. Gaming Baker for 3 months. What up, figs and baguettes? Hey, how you doing? George Peter Gatstis for $2. Reason McDonald's burgers are free, they are new mRNA meat. Really? Maximus BT for $1.99 says, regulators! Hey, shout out. Shout out. WRC for $5. Hail the 199. Hail the Great J and Beardo panel. You're damn right, you got it, and you got it for the next 40 minutes. Force Geek for $5. Okay, my joke bombed last night. Let me ask a question instead. What ending you want for Crease and Silver? Hope they agree to help their PTSD.
What ending do I want?
Yeah, ending do you want for Crease and Silver?
In Cobra Kai, that they just lose and they have to deal with the shame and humiliation. Kind of like at the end of Karate Kid 3 when they thought they were going to win and they lose. So,
there you go.
That's all. Just keep it simple, man. It's a fun, silly, simple show. nothing serious, you know. So
Exar Kuhn for a $2. Geeks and Gamers Park when? Well, when Jay sells his 4th book and becomes a multimillionaire, he's going to put one in his backyard, and we're all just going to stand there and wave. You're going to think it's an animatronic, but it's really just going to be us. Black Dynamite for $2. Michael Knowles had the right idea about the LGBT. Ron Cook with a 5. We need Jay to get to 100K. I'm trying to give my money to Jeremy. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of giving my money to Jeremy. Savvy's Greek feet for $2. Beardo has chicken legs. Yeah, sure. Good one. Future Gamer for a $2. Jay, are you and Hypnotic the same person?
No comment.
Jay's Yellow Flash.
You never know.
And we're all caught up on super chats over on YouTube.
I don't know if Chris Karan said that this was from season 3, because the big talk around this is that Hasbro released this and it's from the hallway scene in Moff Gideon. This is the hallway scene right here.
Yeah, that'd be season 2.
So there's that with Cara Dune leading the charge, taking everyone down. And here they didn't, there's X-Wings like, where's Cara Dune, who was leading the charge in the hallway. Now, this is like nothing new. Like, we've been seeing reports that Lucasfilm has been trying to literally get away from the character of Cara Dune, because I guess Gina Carano tainted the character so bad that they wanted to erase it from existence. We have record notes that when they hired outside artists, right? When they hired outside artists to paint Mandalorian portfolio and Cara Dune was in it, that Lucasfilm told them to erase her character and put somebody else in. Like, that's all documented, and they've come out and said this so, over and over again. And they were just like, yeah, we're trying to literally erase this character from existence. So when this was released just yesterday, a lot of people were asking, it's funny, like they were like, no Gina. They're like, wait, where's Cara Dune? It's like, where's Cara Dune? And of course, the haters are on there just laughing like crazy, like, we won. She's not here. But the crazy thing too is that season collectors of the vintage collection are very aggravated with this set. So even if you forget about the Cara Dune not being in there, right? Like not being in this set, these other collectors, and I put this in my video, were calling out that all they did was take these characters here, right, that weren't selling, and repackage them in this set here to try to, to try to like resell these action figures that they can't sell.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I said, so forget Cara Dune not being in there, right? The actual collectors that are like, hey man, I've invested money in these things. All you guys are doing is repackaging old stuff that nobody wants anymore. And you're just dumping it in different things to try to sell them off. And they're like, we can't even get other, like other figures. Yep. And this is like, it's crazy, because like Star Wars toys were like, oh man, everybody that was a Star Wars fan, like anytime they put something out, they would collect. I mean, like I said, there are people here that are just like, what? No Bad Batch, no Baylan Skull, no sequel trilogy characters, the same Bo and Mando, but with different accessories. Thanks, Hasbro. Like, these are the fans that you still have.
Yep.
These are the fans you still have that are just like, I've had enough. I've had enough of Mando. I've had enough of this guy. Give us something else.
Well, what'd be funny is if actual collectors who did want this, but also want Cara Dune, you can absolutely get a Cara Dune action figure on Amazon and then just put her right in there anyways. And then maybe take a picture of it.
It doesn't work like that.
Take a picture of it and then put it on Twitter. Put it on social media.
Like that. You don't know anything about collecting action figures. It's okay. Like this guy right here nailed it. Yeah, you took him out of the box, dude. You took him out of the box.
Yeah, I wanted to put him on display. I have several other action figures.
It's not how it works. It's not how it works.
This one's still in the box.
This guy, Jay, said, I feel bad for fans who collect this stuff. It's just the same characters repackaged and regurgitated over and over again. So they're calling this, like I said, even forget the fact that there's no Cara Dune in it. Like, the regular collectors are just like, even they've had enough. They're like, you can't give us anything new. You know, and here we are. Of course, we have the people that are happy that Cara Dune is not in this. Is kind of this is where we're gonna point and laugh at my man Jacob, because Jacob's like, I'm sorry, but replacing Cara Dune with a random Mandalorian in this scene is objectively hilarious. Never forget how hard she fumbled the bag.
Is this the same dude who used to have his profile picture with the baby Yoda? Or is that a different Jacob?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that a different loser?
Here's the funny thing about this. This is the funny thing about this. So Jacob thought he had something here. He thought I got a good one. I got a good tweet here, right? I got a good one. You know, I'm going to stick it to Gina and get. So the fact that he said random Mandalorian, his whole comment section is filled with people are like, you're talking about Sasha Banks' character, another strong female. How could you just say it's random? You're not a real fan. Like, he's getting criticized because he thought he had something good here. These are just tourists trying to play in a big field, trying to get some kind of engagement, you know, by making a Gina Carano statement. But yeah, but it's pretty obviously Star Wars, and Hasbro can only put out what they're allowed to do. So, I mean, look, these are funny, man. This guy here was like, did they even change Bo-Katan's haircut? No, they changed nothing. Nothing. They literally just bought the package and stuck it in and said, hey guys, we got something new here. Just consume. Just consume.
Yep.
And then like you have like the other fun people who just love to you know, repeat the same thing that they heard. Where's Cara Dune? There's Star Wars Meg. Yeah, she's a big time Gina Carano fan, and I'm being sarcastic. This person says her X-Wing blew up on the way back to the base.
Jeez.
That's a good one, right?
So funny.
That's a good one. She died on her way back to her home planet. Poochie died on the way back to her home planet. Bro, these guys are killing me this morning, man. Take that, you Gina fans. We're all going to say the same thing.
She died. She blew up. She blew up.
This person says, probably spreading hate speech. Good. We did it. We did
right, guys. Right.
This guy actually has a good thought. He's like, Gina Carano might have to bring this playset as evidence in her lawsuit against Disney. Being left out of Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser Halfway is downright cruel. This person, like, she had to go. Her planet needed her. She's dead, decomposing in the bottom of the Sarlacc pit. Oh, you got me. That's a good one, Ricky.
Good one.
At least if you're going to make an insult, be like our chat. Our chat knows how to insult. I mean, we get insults all the time, and they're hilarious, man. At least they know how to insult.
Some of them.
These people don't know how to insult. No, they're terrible. And they all say the same thing. So, you know, hopefully she's dead. Hopefully, you know, and it's all the same. So
wild.
Lucas,
who cares anymore,
learn,
though?
Man.
Nobody cares anymore. Everyone's moved on. I remember when Mandalorian, even when with all the Disney, the Disney Star Wars hate, man, when Mandalorian rolled out, people were like, okay, this might actually be good. People loved the first season.
Yeah, I don't think this from like, I know Chris is like, he's like saying, I saw a video that said this is from season 3, but that looks like season 2. And other collectors are saying the same thing. Like, why would you repurpose and repackage another season 2? But whatever it is, they should have just made it clear on the box. But
right,
here we are. So, one more thing about Star Wars, and then we're finally over and done with it. So, the Star Wars Outlaws game. Have you heard about this, Beardo?
I have. Ubisoft.
They're not doing too good, are they?
No, they have a
Ubisoft?
lot of drama going on with Ubisoft. It's not
Yeah.
good.
What's going on with Ubisoft?
We got a lot of Assassin's Creed drama with Assassin's Creed Shadows, with Yasuke and that whole samurai, whether he wasn't a samurai, whether he was a samurai. Do the actual residents of Japan recognize him as a samurai?
I think Ryan and Jeremy talked about that. They sent a letter to Japan, right?
Yes, they did.
Basically, like I didn't really read it, but basically saying our character's okay. Like, did you see that letter?
I saw that they sent a letter. I didn't read it because personally, I don't give a crap. I don't care.
So basically, this is it. They made a fake apology and got burned again.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Well, they also made Star Wars Outlaw, and they released some game footage because they're really excited for this launch coming up, and it is getting trashed, man, by like a lot of gamers and stuff. They're just like, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. They're saying like the NPCs just stand there and let you shoot them. I don't know, like, and then the star of the game, she takes a grenade to the face and just gets up and walks. But we'll show a little bit of the game footage. You're definitely a bigger and badder gamer than me. And chat, let us know what you think for this. What is it, like $130 for the Ultimate Edition?
Right.
Star Wars Outlaw. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
I hope the music doesn't mess us up here, but we'll see. It might.
I don't think so.
PC did just stand there after the explosion.
They're headed for us.
Wait, she killed that guy through the
Get out
fire.
of here.
Did she just get shot in the back?
Gets shot in the arm, just falls over and dies. This must be on journalist mode.
On journalism mode?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Maybe.
I mean, this is just one level. It doesn't look exciting. It doesn't look fun or exciting. I mean, does it look pretty? Kind of. It looks like the same graphics as the Jedi Survivor games. I'm not going to play it. I have zero interest in Star Wars at this point. Star Wars video games besides the Jedi Fallen Order Survivor games.
I think we're all in the same. I get that. I'm just like, as a gamer, nothing grabs you about this whatsoever. It looks pretty generic.
No. Yeah. It looks mid. It looks not worth $130. The biggest thing that pisses me off about this game is when gaming companies do this is they make a full game and then they'll take levels out of the full game and then reprice it and package it as an expansion or a DLC and then pretend like it wasn't part of the whole game to begin with. They're doing that with Jabba's Palace in this game.
Yeah,
they're like,
extra.
If you want to go to Jabba's Palace, you want to fight a Rancor? You want to fight a Rancor, huh? Because fighting a Rancor, remember, Luke Skywalker fought a Rancor. So if you want to do that, you want to go to Jabba's Palace, you got to pay an extra $30 fucking dollars just to play that. Just to play that one mission. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
and it's not even like it's end game DLC. This is something that you can do if you bought the game. If you bought that package, you can play that part like during the main quest of the game.
The crazy thing, wouldn't you think that you would want to focus on the main game to get a lot of sales then if you wanted to add like side quests and charge, if people are enjoying it and they love it, then they'll probably pay for it, right? That's how I would work it. It's like we got to sell the game first so people enjoy it. Then if you want to sell the side missions, people will want to pay that. You shouldn't come out and just say, hey, we got a side mission for sale before actually showing any gameplay
right,
or what the game is about, and expect people. But that's been the issue with IPs like Star Wars, and Marvel's kind of fallen into that as well. It's they just slap it. As long as we slap the name Star Wars on it, it'll be fine. Right? As long as we slap the Marvel name on it, it'll be fine. As long as we slap Spider-Man's name on it, it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So hey, they need to wake up. Like, it doesn't work like that anymore. They thought that way with that stupid Star Wars hotel. The Star Wars name is on it, y'all. Like, it's on it. Like, come visit. And it's like, didn't even take a year before it got shut down. Someone in the chat says, I'm so sick of Tatooine. Yeah, any desert planet at this point, it's just, can they do something else?
Yep.
But
it is crazy. Like, this
looks like old Battlefront game, you know, like old PS2.
It looks like repurposed Jedi Survivor, but let's make it a shooter with a chick. Let's put a chick in it, make it lame and gay, and give her a gun. Like, that's what it looks like. And it is wild, man, that this isn't even DLC. You haven't even given players the chance of playing the game before you're going to say, hey, there's a DLC down the line, 6 months down the line for you guys to enjoy more content for the game that you enjoyed. Now, this game hasn't even come out yet, and they've taken out a certain level. They've repackaged it. They're going to charge you extra money for it. And it's like, oh, well, if you want to get the full experience of this game that you've never played, it's going to cost you $130 to play the full game and its full experience. Like, fuck you. Like, that is insane. Completely insane. Out of touch, man.
I guess we'll have to wait and see, like, if anybody even bothers with this. You know, that now they did do something cool. The same people that they brought out to California to watch the Acolyte first 4 episodes, YouTubers and TikTok people and people of influence, they brought them out to play this game so that they can go home and tell everyone how great it is, I guess. Yep. So, you know, one of those things. Well, I guess we'll see. All right, catch us up, brother, and then talk a little Mr. Beast.
Eric K with the $2. Hola, vato, from California. What is Cardena? Are you trying to say Cardenas, like the supermarket? Cartagena? I think you mean Cardenas, where you can get all of your Mexican food supplies. It's okay, Eric. We forgive you. Cider Hype for $2. Gina Carano officially confirmed not lame and gay. Taker for $5. Is anyone watching Deadpool and Wolverine for the story? We're still in Phase 5 of the MCU. It'll be a good time with a nonsense story. We'll have to see. Cornboy for 14 months. You see that Kevin Feige, real quick, you see that Kevin Feige said that if Infinity War was a 9 and Endgame was a 10 on the importance of the MCU, that Deadpool Wolverine is an 8. That it's going to have significant factors going forward for the future of the MCU. Kevin Feige said that yesterday.
Well, they got to do something because the MCU's been having not some good hit. We got Agatha coming up. You know, everyone's excited about Agatha show. We got, I don't know. they better do something. Everyone seems to, well, since we're on the topic, like everyone seems to love Deadpool and Wolverine. And they're all saying that your favorite characters from MCU's past are all in there and they play a significant role. So again, I have no idea. You know, I don't know if like they're going to use that to like springboard something else. I do know, like, it's really weird. They asked him a question about like bringing back like, Robert Downey Jr. and all that stuff. And they go, well, it's possible now. Right. We did some stuff in Deadpool, so it's possible now. I don't know, man. Like I still think that for me, I think it had a great run in phase 1, 2, and the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
And then they should have just completely started over with like a Fantastic Four and just did another 3 saga with them or something like that. But who am I, you know?
Yeah.
Just a
That'd
guy
make
wearing a
sense.
gray hat with a green screen.
But they couldn't have done that because they needed to make Wakanda forever without Chadwick Boseman.
I wonder if the same, you know, Balin Skull, right? Ray Stevenson's passed away.
Yes.
And
yeah.
are they going to do the same thing for him?
No, absolutely not.
They're going to you mean they're going to recast him?
Yes, they're going to recast him. Dude, they recast William Hurt. William Hurt passed away, and Harrison Ford is playing Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be interesting. That $400 million Captain America movie is going to be something.
Sure.
We'll see
sure
how that
it
goes.
is.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, for 14 months, Cara Dune was the only well-written, well-acted female in Disney Dart Wars. So, of course, they have to erase her. No, they did,
exactly.
didn't they? The official John Morrow for $2. Pick for Jay.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
The Omega Ranger for $2. What can be unburdened by what has been seen?
Thank you, Ranger.
Is that Kamala Harris? Exar Kun for a $5. I think it is. Tourists equals squatters. Move in, shit on the property, and leave it worse than
that
worse
is
than
an
what they found
excellent.
it.
That's an yes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Darth Maul's lower half for a $2. Stupid tourist. Kara's planet was Alderaan. Eric Godwall gifted 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Eric. Pre-Dawn Corpse for 3 months says Geeks and Gamers a long way with some lobsters. Thank you. The Trillis with the $5. Yas Gay and Mam Solo are going to tank Ubi Slop.
Man, maybe.
You know?
Imagine they put all this money into that Outlaws game and Assassin's Creed. Those things launch and nothing happens. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to that company? They're going to have to fire everyone and start over? Are they going to have to, like, you know, it's going to be wild to see, man.
Yeah, I don't think
they
they're
might have
going
to do some serious change, you know, like some serious change.
Yeah,
which one do you think will do worse? You think the Assassin's Creed will do worse than Star Wars Outlaws? Only because the enthusiasm for Star Wars is like fizzed away. Like you said, you have most people have zero interest. Nobody wants to play that game, right? I'd rather play Fortnite with a Star Wars skin. I think that's more exciting. Or will the Assassin's Creed, like, people are just like, oh, this is dumb, I'm not playing it. So which one will do worse?
Star Wars will do worse. I think right now the Assassin's Creed fandom, there will still be people that play it just because it's Assassin's Creed. I think in video games, people are more likely to play an Assassin's Creed game than a Star Wars game right now.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with Beardo.
I think Star Wars the Outlaws game will do worse. Sean Nagrinall with a 27 months from EA to Ubisoft, 2 of the worst game companies. Star Wars just can't catch a break. It's true.
They do that to themselves, man.
They do.
It's like, I don't know who they freaking listen to.
Well, dude,
you know?
I remember when Star Wars games used to be made by LucasArts video games. They had their own video game developing company, LucasArts. If you played a Star Wars game, it was LucasArts, man. And they were good at it, too. Mark of Reality for $2. Don't forget the rants. Oh, we'll get them. We'll get them. Pre-Dawn Corpse with a $5. Where in the hell is Jeremy? He's still gay anyways. Beardo, I also noticed that you're gay. Jay, I agree with you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the $5. We do have some Rumble rants. Let's get them right now.
Jeremy could be dead. I don't know, man. Like we're on Jeremy watch. He hasn't been in the chat. He's usually in the chat when he's not hosting to make sure nothing falls apart, but he hasn't been in the chat today. So, yeah.
Mark of Reality for a $2. The Mandalorian only has 2 seasons. A lot of people think that. Pat for a $2. I'm doing my part to help Jay get to 100,000 subs. I subscribe to Drunk 3PO main channel and also several naked yoga channels Jay recommended.
Yeah, which one is your favorite naked yoga channel?
I like Elizabeth. Elizabeth's my favorite one.
I like the ones from Hawaii. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Got the nice beach in the background. All right.
Yeah. I like those ones too. Mark of Reality for the $2. The Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2 Blu-ray set is $130 on Amazon. I can't find a Blu-ray for Season 3, but you can get it as part of a box set with Season 1 and 2 for $130. B. Barrett for $2. This is the first time Kamaka advances her career by having a man pull out. I see what you did there. Bentley Guy for $2. Star Wars is going full Disney Fast Pass with the prices of this game. iCanalyst for a $5. John Morrow can squat press more than Beardo. Jay, did you see what Disney did to one of those country bears? I also sent you an email about something we had talked about at Dollywood.
I have not seen the Country Bears. All I know is like it's that is a new thing that they opened up. It is broken down just as much as Tiana's Adventure. People get escorted. Basically, what's happened in the Country Bears, like, have you ever seen the Country Bears Jamboree? It's like a class.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was.
Oh, yeah.
The Bears sing some songs. You sit in the cool air conditioning and you move on. But apparently, like, since they redid it and they changed it, it just stops. So people are watching the show and it's like, we're singing a song. And it just stops. And then, like, the fire alarm goes off without the alarm. Like, it just starts blinking. So it's like maybe a breaker blew or something. I don't know. And then they ask people to leave. So kind of crazy.
And that's the end of the show.
That's it. They're just like, we're sorry. Come back later when we get this thing fixed. It's like, what are y'all doing, man?
When you get it fixed, this has been happening for the past 3 months. Magnum
Yeah.
Norris for $50. I played every Assassin's Creed game until now. No more giving Ubisoft money with that BS. Jay is Takeover and Beardo is Chicken Leg Takeover. $199. Hey, well, thank you for the $50, Magnum Norris. Here we go. That was quick.
R.I.P. Jeremy.
R.I.P. Jeremy with the $1.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know. Taker for a $2. Beardo, your Arnold is among the best I've heard. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Wolf Spain for a $199. Disney canceled Star Wars 1313 and Darth Maul game.
And that's crazy because everyone was looking forward to the 1313 game in the underworld of Coruscant. That would have been like, I guess, if they were going to relate it to any show, it'd be something like Andor. Maybe. That's terrible. But that was the game that they were, everybody seemed to be looking for that. So.
Well, then that Star Wars Eclipse game, too. There was a Star Wars Eclipse game that was going to be bounty hunter main character. And they scrapped that one, too. And that one actually looked good. And they were just like, nah, we're not going to do that one anymore. Wild. Orange Agonton with the 199. It's like Hall of Presidents, a cool off spot. Me and Jay saw the Hall of Presidents.
It is a cool off spot. And if you look at President Trump in there, it actually looks like Hillary Clinton. It looks like Disney made Hillary Clinton, and then when she lost, he had to come in and like they had to change it really quick. It's quite, you can just find pictures on Google.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Well, last thing, this Chris Tyson stuff is really
it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, man, like the Chris Tyson stuff with MrBeast. Everybody knows that, me and you both are friends with Jake the Viking, who used to work with MrBeast about 3 years ago, maybe 4, and just magically stopped working for him and started doing his own thing. Beardo's actually in a movie with Jake.
Yeah.
And so then we have this person, Chris Tyson, who decided to leave his family and play dress up and still be a part of MrBeast. And then now all this stuff is coming out about him, texting minors and all that stuff. And they actually had
planning on
they admitted
going out and hanging out together.
Yeah, like they admit it, but some more like this is even wilder, man. Like this just came up late last night. Keemstar was doing a Twitter, what is it called? X space now. I say it's like Twitter space. And they invited our friend Jake on there, and they were talking about like contracts. Let's see.
Big.
Hold on. I don't know how I can.
Big news bomb. Apparently, I was being told from a very.
There we go. So, and this was brought up because after Chris left, hold on. Let's see. Let me get the timeline correct. After Chris decided he wanted to be trans, he left his family and still was a part of MrBeast. MrBeast came out, whose name is Jimmy, was like, all you guys are transphobes, and I'm sick of it. In a tweet. Now, all this evidence has come out that he was doing inappropriate texting with minors, and now Chris has come out and said, I'm no longer with MrBeast. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody. I'm no longer with him. I've left MrBeast. But then this information comes up a little like late last night. So let's see what you make of it.
And big news bomb. Apparently, I was being told from a very reliable source, his percentage of ownership was about to drastically increase after his divorce with Katie went through.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So he was about to hustle the mother of his child, or she was about to hustle.
That's what I said earlier.
Yep.
Oh my
that's
God.
a very credible source that I got that from. So yeah.
Sunny V2's getting all the praise now.
So yeah, so it came out that if he left his wife, apparently, that MrBeast was going to give him a bigger piece of the pie of the company. So, and you know, there's millions of dollars. This dude is like, this ain't like small change either. You know, if you have even a small percentage of like what MrBeast's brand or company is making, like they're doing millions, man. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Easy. They got fast food restaurants. They've got food. They got drinks. Yes. They've got, you know, their videos do hundreds of millions of views.
Chocolate bars and stuff,
which may, who knows how much that makes. MrBeast even posted a video on Twitter that he was paid almost $500,000 for. So there's a lot of money out there. So the fact that he needed, this is all speculation 100, like, right? This is all speculation. It's all like whatever. Like none of these are facts, but if that's true, that he needed to leave his wife and family so he can get a bigger piece of the pie, I mean, maybe is that why he decided to
well, you know what it sounds like to me? This is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like Chris Tyson, was planning on getting a divorce from his wife and probably asked MrBeast not to give him that contract, not to increase his ownership, so that his wife couldn't take half of it in the divorce, is what it sounds like. Like, yeah. Hey, I know I'm set up to get a massive contract increase, and you're going to pay me a lot more and give me some more stake in the business. Why don't we wait until I'm divorced and then give it to me so my wife can't take half of it? And MrBeast was probably on board and saying, yeah, if I'm giving you an increased stake in the company, and if you get divorced, then yeah, your wife is going to take some ownership of my company. So yeah, I won't give you that contract until you divorce your wife.
Wild. And then the fact that he could play dress up means he's not being attacked. You know, like people are trying to like, they're just trying to like, just handle it with soft hands.
Well, did you see this? Did you see this from the Rolling Stone? They posted it yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Ava Chris Tyson steps away from all things MrBeast amid transphobic attacks.
100%. Yeah. What?
So we're just going to completely ignore the crazy, gross shit that this person did. And we're going to completely spin the narrative that the only reason that this person is leaving is from transphobic attacks, not from actual grooming minors. Good job, Rolling Stone.
The power of the trans shield, someone said in chat. Yeah, that's makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. But again, you know, Dr. Disrespect was going through his stuff. Everyone was like, get him out, get him out. Listen, he lost YouTube, he lost, everything and all that stuff.
Yep.
Why is there not a hey, same thing. Why? But
because they have the right politics.
Exactly.
They
have the right
politics.
think. So they could just be like, it'll all be done with soon enough. Just distance yourself, and that'll be it. The fact that Jimmy hasn't said anything, and I believe actually Keemstar in this, who said he probably won't say anything.
I don't think he will either.
Now that Chris Tyson has distanced himself, I think he's just going to carry on and just say, if anybody asks, he goes, yeah, some stuff was brought up, and he left. So we're going to let him work out his stuff.
I don't think he'll even address that. Not even in the next video.
You have to, Matt. Like,
I don't think he will.
No matter what he tweets or no matter where he goes, it's going to get brought up. It's going to get brought up no matter what. I'm just telling you. No matter what. Unless Jimmy has used his influence and money and all this stuff with all these other YouTubers and stuff, and like, hey, man, I helped you out. Like, you a millionaire now because of me. I put you in my video. You did this. I did this for you. You got to, just not bring it up. It wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, anything he tweets right now, if he does ever go back, he doesn't really tweet that much. Or his next video, it's gonna get slammed, dude.
Yeah, the comments for sure. But as far as him addressing anything, I don't know if he will, because he knows that his audience is mostly kids, and the parents clearly aren't paying attention either. They don't pay attention. They just give the kids the iPads and say, here you go, fuck off, don't bother me, here's your iPad. Watch MrBeast and play games. Play Candy Crush.
What if Dr. Disrespect came out and says, during that time, I was doing something that was wrong. I was thinking about, transitioning, and I was in a confused place.
No, because then the Alphabet Mafia will come after him. You're just doing that. You don't mean it. You don't mean it. It's crazy, man. They have this weird moral superiority complex where they get to decide who is genuine and who's not genuine, who is a real trans, who isn't a real trans, who's faking it. Like, they make the rules, man. It's so weird. The Alphabet Mafia makes the rules.
Well, that's the thing, too. It's like, we were saying this yesterday. I said, when we were calling out the fact that the same streamers that were going after Dr. Disrespect, and Keemstar saying it too, are extremely quiet when it comes to this. And they're kind of just saying, well, we don't know all the facts and we haven't seen it. We have seen it. Their messages are out there, and they're all there, and they're just quiet. And it's literally because when you are on the right side of the agenda, then they don't care. They don't care what you've done. You're an ally with us, and we're just going to push through this. If you speak, if you have an open mind to stuff, if you're part of the Trump train, or even you don't like what they're trying to push, you are the enemy, and we want you gone. We want you silenced. We don't want you to talk. We don't want you to say anything. We don't even want your stuff taken away from you. We want you to disappear. We saw that with Gina Carano. Like, Gina Carano posted that thing up, right? And she was fired, and the mob went after her, and members of Lucasfilm. That's why she's in a lawsuit now, because the same people that work for Lucasfilm that was part of The Mandalorian has tweeted worse stuff. Mark Ruffalo, Jack Black, Mark Hamill, they were all under contracts. How come there was no statement from Lucasfilm or Disney for them? It's because they're all linked together in this disgusting sickness that they just want to push through. So as long as you're part of that club, it doesn't matter what you do. But if you're part of the other club, it matters. And they want you to disappear. Just disappear. And they will try to inject poison into anyone and anything that they can, and try to make anyone that's a free thinker, look like a horrible person. Like you said, like Nick Mertz, they nonstop go after him.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't care. He's doing his thing, now. Man. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Winning.
It's crazy to see.
If you have the right politics, you can get away with anything. But if
it seems that way.
If you're just riding the line, if you're middle right, maybe if you don't, necessarily swing one way, politically, they will fucking take you out. But if you support the Alphabet Mafia, if you have the right think, if you're a Joe Biden, Kamala Harris supporter, then you can do no wrong. You can do no wrong. You can have the ugliest background. They will bury it and they will just pretend that it doesn't even exist.
Wild times, man. Wild times.
You're the problem. You're the problem for picking on the sad, innocent little liberal. Jeez Louise. Gamey Baker with a $3. Jay and the Giant Fig. Thank you. Eric Guidewall for a $10. LucasArts Star Wars games were awesome back in the day.
100%, man.
Yeah,
they were like, we just couldn't wait for the next one to come out.
Yep. Good times, man. Yo Jitsu with the $2. We're getting a dose of high tea daily. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Laura Lynn Lance with a $2. Hi, y'all. Hugs and smooches all around. I need them today.
Right back at you, Laura.
Right back at you, Laura. Thank you. Magnum Norse for $10. MrBeast is a child wearing a man suit. Okay. Dude, how the irony of MrBeast calling himself Mr. Beast, which is a badass name. But you look at the guy, he's got a lisp. He's just awkward looking. He runs like a beta. He just looks gay. And he calls himself Mr. Beast. Just really ironic. Gary's Beard Dingleberries for a $5. Dr. Disrespect should come out as trans. Instant respawn. Fully geared, impenetrable DEI armor plates. This build is so OP, but the devs won't nerf it. Pre-Dawn Corpse for the $5. Jeremy's on a cross-country seatless unicycling tour. He literally got butt hurt and had to drop out of the race. Then he got AIDS and died. Rest in peace. Yeesh. The Trillis for a 1 month. PDF file transfer.
What really happened at the RMC? All right.
What really happened?
What really happened?
Why was he off cameras for so long?
Yeah. All right.
PDF file trans women dudes are hiding in the Alphabet crew just to be shielded from a warranted slander. Dr. Disrespect should have put on a dress. Yeah, maybe. Magnum Norse for a $10. Communists know discrimination extraordinarily well. These people discriminate worse than anybody. They do. Let's see. Bentley Guy for a $2. Star Wars is going full Disney Fast Pass with the prices of this game. Icanalist for a $5. John Morrow can squat press. I read that one. Thank you. Bronzonite for $1. Holy crap, Disney sounds like the broken down amusement park the Joker lived in Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Broken animatronics and disarray.
It's pretty rough right now, that's for sure.
Yeah. Icanalist with the $5. The Country Bears thing is they redesigned and renamed Liver Lips, saying he was offensive to alcoholics. Really?
I don't know that. That's
R.I.P.
wild.
Jeremy for $1 again. Thank you.
Woo!
We're all caught up, Jay.
Another daily. Thank you guys for hanging out with the D team. Go check out Fear the Beardo's channel. He'll be having bro science with Dan Vask and X-Wing's Hanger Bar.
Yep. Dan Vask, X-Wing, myself, bro science, 2 p.m. Eastern time on my channel.
2 p.m. And
2
if you
p.m.
haven't
Eastern.
subscribed to me, I'm begging here now, right? I'm begging here. We're almost at 100K, about 3,000 away. So we'll see. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. But again, thank you guys for being here. And wait, we got one more. David for 20. Boomer here. Has Riz replaced Drip? Please discuss. Man, I don't know, man.
I don't know what these fucking little Gen Z or what's the new generation now? Gen Gay. What I don't know.
I did a whole video on people saying Star Wars Theory lost his Riz, and like I had to Google it in the video, and people were in my comment section saying, "You still got it wrong, Jay." I was like, "Listen, I don't say anything." Beardo, you got that Riz. That sounds weird to me. I could never say that. That's like when that word ratchet came out years ago. I'd never said. I think that's a tool I used to fix my lawnmower. Okay, I'm not calling anyone ratchet. I'll just say you're ugly. You fat and ugly. You're not ratchet. You just ugly. All right. Can we just go back to that, please?
I think Riz is supposed to be short for charisma. charisma, Riz. You got that charisma. You got that Riz. It's so fucking gay, dude. It's so gay.
Bro, it just means game, like flirting. Sorry.
Jeez. Holy
Sorry,
shit. I
man.
think we found the Gen Zer in the chat.
Well, then I got that Riz. Anyway, various crazy people. Did you get this one? I heard Duchess Disrespect is coming back with an all-new pronoun, sensitivity, feelings, and momentum. Why not at this point? Do you think he's going to come back at all?
I do. I think
You
he'll
think
come
Dr.
back.
Disrespect will make an appearance?
I think he'll come back, and I think he might come back maybe stronger than ever. It's going to be a while, though.
I think he's going to come back like on Rumble or Kick or something like that. Someone will offer him a contract.
Yeah, he might come back on Rumble or Kick, and I think that he's not going to miss a beat.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, that's it, y'all. I'm going to hit the red button. Oh, man. Heard about this guy in Mexico who topped out. Wait a minute. At 93 stone or about 1,300 pounds. He then lost 700 pounds. Is that high tea or what? I say so. 93 stone. Huh. That's a new one on me. Thank you for the 5. Anytime you're trying to lose weight, that's an amazing achievement.
Yeah.
It's not easy. So I wouldn't be surprised if MrBeast lost most of his subs and all that he worked all these years for not calling him out. Happened to PewDiePie. He's got more subscribers than any channel on YouTube history. So I guess we'll see. Thanks for the 5. I think that's it. All right, I'm hitting the red button, y'all. I'm hitting the red button.